Hello YouTube, welcome to today's video. Hope you're having a great day. I welcome you to today's Sojourn Self Vod review. I think last time I called the wrong number. I think we should be at 15 now. Actually, I'm not sure. Read the title. It's written there. I don't know. We have actually played 0 games since last review, but I'm still about to play games, so I still want to review. So I have something to learn. So last time I think we reviewed Lijiang Tower. So today we review Rialto. Rialto, this game I remember was a special one because I had quite an overboosting mercy on myself. So the thing is that these games are kind of special because I was dominating with my team. But the thing is that the enemies also had one carry. So both teams had one player with higher SR than the rest. And both players carried against each other, and the better carry won, which was the enemy carry. And now I need to figure out, why did the enemy carry won? What did he make better than me, basically? So even though I tried to carry, I kind of got high value out of my stuff, but it was not enough value still in the end. And so the question is, I think in the end I still kind of tried too hard to get too much value and didn't play enough with my team. And I got punished for it. But let's see. Let's see how it actually went. So with spike click on the right corner, that's what we always do. You see we have a mercy boost from the start. So now we see a Hanzo and a Roadhog. This coded Roadhog on high ground that runs away. So I assume he used his hook and he runs back to use a breezer. So actually greed here. Actually he does use breezer. So he's standing still for a moment and kind of takes my orb. I spam the corner because of course I couldn't kill the Roadhog, so I don't know where he is. So I'm scared. And you see him overextending hardcore. As I said, I was training my playmaking, so I want to play a little bit solo and off angles, but this is not an off angle, this is honestly the main angle. But it's kinda okay because I see only the Hanzo, but I need to be very careful if other enemies join the fight. And the thing is, like you could say, oh, I missed this railgun. But the question is, why did I miss this railgun? And the reality is quite simple, because I was dodging like a madman. This Kiriko, this Hanzo, this Sojourn, this boosted Sojourn, this Roadhog. I was aware of all of them, and I was scared of all of them. And that's why I kind of was more focused on actually dodging than I was on actually hitting the headshot. So if I would have charged my shot here, like I did, like here, I charged my shot. Right, so I have a railgun now close to 100, 91 is good enough. So now I could also, instead of going forward, I could just go left, see the Roadhog, maybe juke him, then decide, okay, maybe slide here or go up, bait his hook, and really just patient. You know, wait out his hook, it doesn't matter. And then I could switch angles to here, and look at that. I have full control now of how much I dodge Hawk, how much I dodge Hanzo, how much I dodge Kiriko. If he uses his hook, I can even jump up here and fight the Sojourn, shoot the Enna. I can choose targets more freely while being more stationary. So I need to dodge less. So imagine now really I would be in the furthest possible angle where I can still one shot. So maybe I do here, hit 1-2 ticks with my primary, that's okay. The first 8 shots are pinpoint. The bloom starts after the first third of your magazine roughly. So a few shots, bam, right click. Because what happens if you hit a few shots? Well, where will he go? Backwards. Right? So he's in a straight line to you, easy shot. A lot easier to land than going here, dodging all 5 enemies at the same time. Or 4, I didn't see the Anna. Until that's my right. So especially if I just wait, actually, until the enemy team actually starts to conquer. The thing is, I'm a little bit of a timer, so I'm scared that my teammates die to a Roadhog. I kind of want to do stuff before my team is dead. So I want to apply pressure, and the more pressure I... Oh, this looks scary. I will miss the Hawk, and the Nyata is facing the hook. But the orb flies into Hawk's face. Okay. So instead what happens here, I occupy Hanzo and Sojourn and Kiriko, so this is kinda good, because I'm kinda defensive, and they waste their time on me. Oh, actually Sojourn does not actually. Sojourn actually does not. Okay, so I bind 2 players here, at least something. But I also got the mercy on me, so I also used 2 players, so me and the mercy. And now my horse pushes forward. And now the second corner starts, and this is one of the corners where it's kind of always daunting to break through. So if your tank cannot break through, honestly do not know why we wouldn't be able with an Orisa against a Hawk, so it should be easy peasy, lemon cheesy, especially since the nade is out. So this should be a free push through. Yeah, well, but my team has a really tough time to keeping the tank healthy. Because honestly, of course, this is a problem. You see, the Hanzo just jumps in front. It's to 3 teammates and survives. This is honestly a big problem. Yeah, he does not survive. This is not a problem, okay. So here I'm occupying Mercy and I'm getting nothing done. So here, honestly, I feel like I should have gone to high ground already and not... yeah, but we have already a Widow on high ground. Really, I don't know. I do know that I did not get anything done. Why is that? Let's see again. So, where did it start? So here, we go to this choke. I don't want to run solo across this choke. I'm here with my tank. And I have my railgun and my orb, so I start to go for a flank. This aim actually looks not too bad. Why do I miss? Jumping Kiriko. And this is where I shoot. Honestly, this railgun shot really doesn't look too bad. Actually misses her. Okay, I really don't know why it missed. I remember the replay is a tiny bit different than your in-game, and your in-game client decides if it hits or not. So what is transferred to the server, the shots are not 100% accurate, so if it's that close, you cannot say where you missed. It's not precise enough, basically, the replay saving is not precise enough. But I shot the Kiriko low, so probably my railgun shot was a body shot. Not a headshot, so probably hit her shoulder, her arm. So it didn't follow the arc of your jump correctly. We didn't use our orb. So the hit marker was actually, yeah, there was a body shot hit marker, okay, from our railgun. Shield shoot on the Sojourn, but I have low HP and no railgun, so I retreat, that's correct. I should have used my orb sooner. Because it was kind of clear that she would follow up. Should have been better prepared for that. Lucky for me that she didn't headshot. I really shouldn't have so much trouble to jump in Sojourn. It should be really easy shots. But then in the end I go put pressure on the side, the enemies try to break this pressure and we kind of could punish them for that one. So that's something.
Efficient design at work.
Let's watch this from the greater perspective. Because again, this was an off angle. I wanted to go for an aggressive off angle here. I might have even went to a more aggressive off angle to the Mega. But because I had the Mercy, kind of felt like... Okay, so here we distract Sojourn and Kiriko. Hanzo just died, so here we are 5 and 4, so here I don't need to make more aggression because Hanzo died, right? So I do not need to break through aggressively, so this was correct actually. So I just keep now 2 enemies occupied, who are using 2, but because we have the numbers advantage, that should actually be enough to clear up the Hawk. Even though it's kinda close because of the Nyata heal, and our tank actually still dies. That's really impressive. How the hell did a Rissa die against so few enemies? Yeah, that thing was occupying the only main heal. Yeah, I was really not satisfied with the Zenyatta gameplay here. Like, he didn't make up for the lack of main heal. Because with the Mercy I would have wished that only one of them goes for damage boost utility and one of them would go for support, more healing.
Efficient design at work.
Because I feel like it just puts too much pressure on tank and such low elo. Like this Orisa just doesn't know how to play, so she cannot play without that few healing. She's not very resource efficient yet. If she would be a higher rank. So we kind of do not get away on this low elo with this double damage boost supports. Just doesn't work like that on low elo. So if you play like Zenyatta on this elo like this, you really need to deny off angles from the enemy so they cannot shoot your tanks too much to reduce the amount of healing required. If you just stay there and spam the main tank, I know it's kind of usually if you play Zenyatta, you discard off the enemy main tank, you heal up your own main tank, and then you just pressure the front main tank, and then your tank should win. But if the enemy tank just has more healing, it just doesn't work this way. Especially if they land one anti-nade, anti-nade our tank and heal nade their tanks with breather and stuff, so they will just out-heal your pressure, and your pressure is null, 0 in this case. And that's why kind of this is not good enough together with a mercy damage boost, I would say. Yeah.
Come on, let's use this payload.
Back to myself. Not to Zenyatta. Here I go overly aggressive and I got saved by Orisa and Mercy. I still do feel like that was okay. Because honestly the enemies couldn't push the payload anyway. So the team fight was kinda irrelevant, so I was allowed to have a little bit more risk here, I feel like. But in the end it was bad because I baited my Zen to transcend for nothing. And my Mercy also ulted as well, so we kinda used 2 ults in an irrelevant fight because I was too aggressive. I could have just pushed the payload, I got nothing done, so this was bad. So, because we want a risk versus reward, right? Risk versus reward. Let's see here, further back. So here we are on payload, we're pushing them away from payload, now they are gone from payload. The situation is 1. So what is our reward if we kill them? Well, this takes a little bit longer. What is our risk? Yeah, actually nothing. The risk was that my team invests unnecessary many ults. And the thing is, I think my tank would have walked forward anyway, right? So if I just waited for my tank to walk forward, I wouldn't take all the damage, my tank would take all the damage. It's a lot easier to heal the tank than it is to heal the overextending Sojourn. Why do I not see the heal orb? Is it broken in the replay viewer? I'm really confused. Ah, there it is. Right. So I basically threw into a 4 vs 3. I threw by throwing myself forward for no reason. Because there was basically no reward. So why do I take any risk? Like the risk, if the reward is 0, the risk I take should be 0. If the reward is maximum 10% because I stagger them a little bit longer, I should only risk 10%. That is just walking behind my tank. If I want to have 0 risk, I stay behind the payload. But 10% risk would be okay. Just stay behind your tank. So you can't do nothing. But now I waste a res, long cooldown, 2 ults, even longer cooldowns. That was terrible by me. And now we are not even pushing the payload. Look at that. That was terrible. Again, just walking forward, try to pressure them, but again, what is the reward? Like they should be regrouped and stuff. The reward's a little bit of ult charge, but look at my ult charge. It's full. Why do I risk anything here? And this might be really the just... I would maybe just stop here and define, okay, this is my training topic for the day. If the first part was kinda okay, but I kinda reduced my own efficiency by putting myself in a situation where I need to dodge a lot. So too high risk in the sense of too much pressure. I put myself into more pressure than was required, and I reduced my own aim, basically, in both off angles. Like the enemies had high pressure situations there, and that denied myself nearly more than the enemies, honestly. Because I really had a hard time hitting these railguns because I need to dodge and fight and to run and to jump and whatever to survive, so I had no time to stand there and aim. And then in this fight now, and then basically I suicide into situations where there's nothing to win anymore. And this is a bigger topic, because this is easy to fix. Just stop playing bonkers if there is nothing to win. If you recognize, okay, when there is nothing to win, play safe. Like if a team... Like if you have a Reinhardt and he gets lose your speed boosters forward, and then okay, sure, walk with them to try to fight for stragglers. But don't push your team into doing uncomfortable situations for them. Because honestly, mostly they probably ulted because they had no resources left, like they didn't know what to do. But if I had nothing, probably would have sniped them, or I would have just ran into them. Zenyatta would do some damage, some Discord orbs, I could have just chilled and get the same value. In this case, basically. There was a pointless interaction, and this one as well. Like I have full ult, there's nothing to win. What am I doing? Like I will never deny this high ground from 5 enemies. Like I want to deny this high ground. Did I succeed? Well, you tell me. Did I succeed in denying this high ground from the enemies? Did I get a good position for myself? Did I waste more resources from the enemies than from my team? No. No to all of these things. Yeah, I should be dead. Yeah, that doesn't count. So that is survive Sentinels, it's just pure stupidity. Like, oh man, how low have I dropped that I survive this? Like, this is illegal. I should never survive this. This is really stupid. Yeah, so I got hard carried by my team. And now Mercy praised the price for my stupid play. Okay, so this is basically where we had the review. This 2 points, and this is where we will work on today. But as I always say with deliberate practice, really formulated very well what you want to train. Like, what do you want to train? When do I apply it? And how to train it. So we had 2 points, usually it should be only 1, but yeah, sorry. So the first thing is, if making a play, don't just go onto the main, but actually find a better off angle from behind your team. So when does this apply? Well, when you want to make a play, if you have the choice between 2 different angles, take the easier one, basically. So recognize which angle is easier. How do you train that? Well, you always try to go for a play, but go for this every time you have 2 situations, so recognize all situations where you have 2 off angles, and usually these are the most. So like if the payload would be here, you could fight from here, you could fight from here, you could fight from here, from this window, you can fight from this window. So just decide, which one do you actually need to succeed in your operation? And well, in this case, I need kind of access to the backline, so, and high ground maybe, so maybe this one would be good enough. If many enemies drop, actually this one. If the enemy end up fights long range, maybe this one, basically. So all of this 3 angles would be then enough if the payload is basically here and want to break through. It depends on where the enemies are, of course. So, and second point was, if nothing's happening, don't do stupid stuff. Play it safe. If there is no reward. So just recognize when you should stop trying to hard carry and just play it safe. So again, this is very related to previous iterations, but this is more for the resetting part. So after making a play and you got the reward, stop at some moment. Stop going forward. Stop going risky. Just fall back again at some moment. And this is the thing that was missing here. So I went for a play and I continued to press W. I went in. But at some point I need to recognize, oh, we have already the kill. Like at the first fight, Hanzo was dead. We were already for 5 and 4. So why risk it? Just go safe. And here again, we got the point. We were 4 on 3. I don't know. I think Widow's Portal wasn't fully there. Maybe it needed to set up. I don't know. But we were 4 on 3. Why risk it? They cannot contest the payload. We are pushing. Everything is won. Like, just stop going in after you already got the reward. And I think this case I will try to focus on both, because they are on opposite ends of the fight, but kinda related. So the first one is basically start with your team, then try to go for a play, recognize, just test different offerings and choose the safer one, and last, go back after you play. Regardless of if you failed or succeeded, go back to your team, reset to safety. It really doesn't matter if you succeeded or not. Like, even if you fail, just reset, because this just trains, basically. And then later, you can choose what you do and not. Okay, so this will be it for today. 18 minutes. Kinda planned for 15, a little bit longer than I hoped, but it's fine. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, the Self Vod review number 15. We will do a lot more Self Vod reviews. I hope will manage to upload them mostly daily. I don't think it will fully work, but we will see. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next time again. Feel free to join me live on Twitch when I'm stream. And we say bye bye until next time.